Okay, so for my assignment, I reformatted the two tables like so. This is population reformatted. As you can see, there's just all the counties and all the years from 1841 to 2011, Mayo, Waterford, Limerick. I did the provinces there too, because I wasn't sure whether, or I just didn't want to leave them out just in case. And then the categories for the live register of age, year group, age, year, category, and live register. And from 2009 H1 to all the spaces in between here is just to make it easier to read. I just don't like having it all bunched up together. And then it goes down to 2015 H1. Anyway, now the first question of the assignment was to graph the population of Ireland for each year of the census. So I took the information. I used a website to put the population table into the command window, which is this one, this SQLizer SQLizer.io, I think it's called, and you use it in here. And as you can see, the population table is in there because of this website. Converts it. You press convert, and the copies and what you need to copy and paste appears. You copy and paste it into command window, and it puts it in a database for you. And then, yes, and then I graphed the population of Ireland for each year of the census. And I wasn't sure which graph to use, so I let Excel do I let Excel recommended the graph. Like if you go into insert, then it says recommended charts, and I just use this one. But anyway, so the population of Ireland between 1841 to 2011, the highest point of Ireland's population was in 1841, and it was 6,528,799. Now, as you can notice, there's a relatively large drop between 1841 and 1851. This is a drop of about 1,417,242. This population drop was primarily largely due to the famine where these people either emigrated or died of starvation. 1847 is roughly in the middle of these two of this decade, and 1847 was not the worst year of the famine, where most of these 1.4 million people died, and hence why it's called the Black Death. And yes, that's the formula used to calculate the population drop between 1841 and 1851. C3 minus C4. Overall, judging by the average of the average population increased by 2020. It is possible that the population may rise to 4,910,000. This is the query I've used for question 2. I left out state the whole population of Ireland, Leinster, Munster, Ulster, and Connacht, because they are provinces and they aren't counties. And the question asked graph the county. That's question 2. Yes, so interestingly enough, that Cork has the first part of the graph between 1841 and 1891, and Dublin, the highest population, is between 1901 and 2011. Oddly enough, that between the years of the population, no other large county such as Galway or Tipperary, that counties just as large by land size, if not just as large physically, didn't make the population table. And there's no pattern. There's no pattern. It's just like it's not as if it's Cork, Dublin, Cork, Dublin, 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 Cork. It's just seems to be consistent. And the max and min population of Cork, 438,432, and the maximum population of Cork in in 1841, which was in 1841 here, is not as high as it is in Dublin, where it's 1,272,069 in 2011. And question 3 is up here, which is let's graph the county of which is graph the population of the county you were born in for each year of the census. So select star from the population table where county equals Dublin, which is the county I was born in, then dumped it into the file question 3 in my bin folder. And I end up with this information over here. And I have between the years between the year 2011 and 1841, the graph the population of Dublin has actually risen to a point has actually risen by 900,296 people. Number of factors include a number of factors have led to this, such as in the Celtic Tiger from 1996 to mid-90s to the 2000s, there's steady population increase. The trend line, the blue trend line, this blue trend line here represents a strong positive correlation between the years and the population of the county, which means that the more the years go on for the higher the population is going to be over the years. Strong positive correlation here, and as time goes on, the population will continue to increase. Quite and then question 4. Oh yeah, the question 4 I have in the Excel sheet as well. So yeah, question 4. So question 4, I have graphed the population and did the average, max and min for every county in Ireland. As you can see, this is Carlow, and for quite a large chunk of counties, I know it was that the highest population of most counties in Ireland was in 1841, such as Carlow here. You can see it was 86,228, and you could say the same with Louth as well, and Laois, and just Kilkenny. If we were to keep going on, there would be all the counties are like that, and there's the average mean, but I'm not going to go through all 32 of them. You can just see them there. And then for part 5, there is I have graphed the number of people on the live register for each 6-month period, and part 5 is here we are, question 5. All of the people on the register for each half year. Yes, so there we go, half year live register. And this is a query that I've used, half year live register, and there, as you can notice here, that from about 2013 half year 1, the people on the live register are starting to slowly drop. It's kind of like it's kind of a curve. It kind of goes up, then it begins to slowly drop again. So yes. Yeah, question. Then there's the query that I've used for question 7. And I don't know why I haven't got what question 7 was. Typed out there again. Yep, for question. Step 4, question 7, yes. Yes, graph number of the long-term unemployed for the live register. So the definition of long-term unemployed, if there's long-term unemployed are people who've been employed for 1 year and over. That's the category that they fall into of long-term unemployed. So these people here, 1 year and over. And yeah, that's it. That's my screencast and this population thing. When you load it into, when you copy and paste when you copy and paste the commands from that website that converts it that I showed earlier on here, it puts it into the database, and then the table can be opened like so, and there's all the counties going. It's going to stop until it gets the state. And so I am finished my screencast. That's about it. If you like to look at all the different queries that I've put in.